They say success is the best revenge. Heard they were sleeping again, say it no more.
Tommy, I called you to talk about Dad and money. Dad owns 100 Bitcoins, and he's got them in a wallet on the internet.
The wallet's the internet? What the fuck are you talking about?
If we get the password, there's millions of dollars in there. Elon Musk started a new type of money.
Who is Elon Musk?
He was an astronaut, Tommy.
Say something, I'm giving.
Listen, Ma, Dad was into something here, and it's fucking big.
Your father was a fucking clown.
We just gotta get that password.
Why don't you try fucking Susan? That was his girlfriend's name.
That's not a bad idea.
So I thought it was Tracy.
Come on. We never had nothing growing up, but now we can have something. Christ!
Fuck you fucking loser! What's the password? What's the fucking password?
Tommy, the central banks are fucking us.
Then all this Timmy! Then all this is our only fucking chance!
It would change our fucking lives, Tommy.
I have $17, Timmy.
That's not good.
Yeah, big fucking surprise there. Your father was a real class act.
It's gonna be okay, Tommy. It's gonna be okay.
We're trying to get the password.
Yo, crypto YouTube. How's it going? It's been a long while. Crypto Stud here with another banger. Sorry, my updates have been very limited lately. I do apologize for that. I had to get surgery just so I don't get too involved into that. I was on pain pills for about a week and a half, a bit. The good stuff, Oxy, the really good stuff. And I was just recovering. I just couldn't do a video nor really look at the charts. Just maintaining my positions. I did close out my short. Not my last update video that I created. I spoke about closing it out. I didn't quite close it out after that video. I waited a bit longer. We got a little bit lower, and then I looked for an area to close it. Wasn't exactly where I wanted to, but I did close it. I added a bit more to my long position and sitting pretty comfortable with this. Now that rates are cutting, added a bit more to my long position, and now that they cutting rates, I feel like we could at least have a blow off top attempt here. So we're going to digest the charts in this video. I really haven't looked at the charts too much since I've been laid up. So this is kind of like a fresh refresher for me and a refresher for you. Maybe we can find some things to give us some direction. I still feel like we go higher. In my last video, I was bullish. I still feel bullish. I haven't quite looked at the charts, but I'm still looking towards a bullish posture. Just with how the field effect of the Fed's cutting rates, 50 basis points, and then just the overall general trend that we've been going, of course. We are getting close to election soon here, so that could bring some more volatility into the markets. That's always something to look into as we make way further. So anyways, without further ado, it is football season as well now, so you know, I had gotten surgery and then I was laid up watching football, so it was a great life, right? Had a wonderful time, couldn't complain. It was great. Painful, but great. Anyways, in this video we're going to talk, I do have a little bit of housekeeping. We're going to do some news. We're going to check Bitcoin. We're going to check dollar. We're going to check S&P. And then I'll probably end it there and look at Tesla, possibly. Tesla's looking pretty good. And then we'll end it there. Kind of a quick video. I'm kind of just getting my feet wet again doing this. A little rusty. It's been about 2 weeks since I've done a proper video. I apologize for that. I just, you know, wanted the content to be good, and the content I gave, I wanted to be sober giving that, or well, I didn't drink, but sober in a sense of not taking any pain meds or anything. So I am pretty much healed. I'm about 75% now. I got my stitches out today, or well, the staples out today, and just light activity, trying to recover, finish it out. You know, I really do miss the gym. I think that's the biggest thing I miss. But anyways, so without further ado, we're going to jump into the charts. We'll jump into housekeeping and then into the charts. All right, so the housekeeping item is I've already started working on our new trade bots using our indicator. This is the main screen of our trading bot. Let me switch this over. Yeah, so as you can see, we'll have collective bot stats for all the bots that we have. The bots that are active and running will be here, so this will, you know, grow and grow and grow. I'm going to make these dots a little bit smaller, but I just kind of want to make it like, kind of show like a system, you know, this like huge network of bots that are in there. And then these should always be active and green and ready to go. I might just take them out for the heck of them, but for right now, for testing purposes, I've left them in there. And then down here we'll have the top 5 traded assets, and then the last traded item will be right here. I'm gonna tweak this a little bit, modify it a bit more, make it a little better. But the system is about, I want to say about 30% done. We're getting pretty close to starting to do some testing. I'll probably do testing for about a month with it, kind of fine tune it, and then I'll release it to a few people in the group, and then we'll run an alpha staged test for it for a while and see how that goes. On the front end side of it, you would see something like this. This will have like your email notification settings, you know, user settings, and email notification, Discord notification, Telegram notifications as well, either or if you wanted to. And then in here you would have all your bots that you can just continually add and add and add. Now, I am going to have a cap at 3 bots minimum when I first release. I just want to have bots from different, I'd rather have bots from different accounts more so than, you know, 10 bots of one account. I just want to see how the flow of the performance of the indicator is to TradingView into my bot, and then the performance of my actual bot in regards of how well it performs. I think once the testing goes well, I'll probably get to a point where if I'm not in any trades or anything, I'll shut down the bot and then I'll transfer it over to another server. The API keys and the secrets are SSH'd, 256 encrypted, so that is locked down and safe. Also, your balance information will be encrypted as well into the database, so I won't see it. You'll only see it from the front end perspective here. Right now, this is still in, you know, I'm still developing it, still creating it, so there's gonna be a lot of changes and modifications I'm doing, but I'm really excited to show this. I'm really excited to share it with everybody, and you know, it's coming along really well. So basically, the first launch of this, I will be doing, it will automatically trade Bitcoin. Your leverage will be set at 5. Your risk will be about 10, maybe less. I might do about 5%. I'm going to mess around with the stop loss. It will automatically do a stop loss for you, set up your leverage, set up the margin for the trade, etc., etc. We'll do it all. but you know, we're pretty much in development phase right now, so there's still a lot more to do. I probably have another week or two to develop this before it's fully functional for me to start onboarding people. So I would say maybe another month or so. The psychology videos, I'm still working on those as slow as I can. Sorry about that. I didn't quite get to release it like I thought. I thought with the downtime I would have been able to release it, but I just was not. I was not feeling well to do that, and you know, apologies for that. I just couldn't get that going. So that's another thing that I need to work on and get through as well. But yeah, so you know, here we are. I'm excited for this bot. I've been wanting to do bot trading for a long time. I've never really gotten into it, and now I'm kind of deep diving into it, and I'm excited for it. I'm hoping that this bot system is the best bot system out there. I feel like it will be. Once I unlimit the max 3 bots, you know, you could start just crushing it with multiple bots with low margin balance on each one and just kill it. You know, $10, $20 a bot. It's great. You know, 10 bots a day, $20. You know, it adds up very quickly. But 'tis to be the plan. We will see how it goes. More to come on that. So yeah, anyways, we are gonna dive into the news real quick, and I'm just gonna run, you know, I'm already doing this video. I'm not gonna do much editings with the video. We're just gonna run with it, and what we have is what you have. You get unfiltered, unedited version of me. You get everything all in one. So first things first, we're just going to look at a couple news articles up here and see if there's anything else. Let's see. DeFi lender Sky Ratifi's plans to offboard wrapped Bitcoin due to some concerns. Binance denies ownership of Warzy X. Rejects responsibility for $230 million hack. And then Bitcoin faces key test at 64,000. Yeah, it's looking pretty darn good. We'll get into the charts on that, exactly what I see. And I think that's about it. Really not much. You know, the Fed cut rates yesterday, so that's pretty much the only news we really have that's worthwhile. This is what the Fed's interest rate means for distressed companies. That might be a great read, actually. I'm going to have to read that after this video. I know there's a lot of trouble going on right now. Oh, Tupperware is down massively as well. I don't know if anybody's been keeping an eye on that stock, but that stock is taking an absolute beating right now. Let's see. Traders brace for volatility as more than $5 trillion in options set to expire in latest triple witch. Interesting. FedEx stock falls as company narrows its full year forecast. Nike taps company veteran as new CEO and shares rally. Elliott Hill will replace John Dohano as chief executive next month. And then, of course, Dow surges to record as investors celebrate Fed's recalibration rate cut. Yeah, 50 basis point I wasn't very surprised. I think I would have been more surprised if they'd only cut 25 basis points, but I think at the rate that things are going in the economy, 50 basis points was the best and safest way to do it. So, in my last video, I didn't really touch much on EXO and High Block. I did kind of make it kind of a quick video as well as I was preparing to get ready for surgery. So I do kind of want to dive into those a bit more in this video. I did add a couple new features within the Discord as well. I have an auto like retry. So if this fails to post, it will try to retry it a second time and then post it. It did it yesterday. It retried it the second time and posted it fine. So I think that's an awesome feature to have. There was a few times where it was failing and people had to go back in and do the command. So now it automatically does it for you. You know, it resets it for you and sends it. But anyways, let's go ahead and start looking at things. I'm a little rusty. I feel a little rusty. Feels weird being back on the charts. We'll go ahead and check out the dollar DXY. See what this looks like. Oh, absolute chaos. It's about to hit my spot. Here we go. Yep, this is the spot I was looking for. My last video, I was still looking for this area, and we're starting to come down to it. Day looks pretty bad still. Yeah, day's pointing down, not looking really great. Let's see what the weekly looks like. Weeklies got bullish divergence, but I don't think we're going to get much out of it until we swing fill this low area. We got time for that to play out. 12 hours kind of going into a neutral zone right now, neutral posture. 8 hours not looking really well right now. 6 hours. 6 hours not looking great either. Let's see what the 4 hours looking like. 4 hours pointing down for us. And then the 2 hour probably doesn't look very well either. Yeah, 2 hours point down. So pretty bearish on the dollar still, which is going to bode really well for Bitcoin and our move up for Bitcoin further. So, and I know a lot of y'all notice when I'm doing my TA and stuff, I don't really go much further than the 2 hours. Sometimes I'll look at the 1 hour. Sometimes I'll look at the lower time frames, the 30, 45 minute, but I don't really go much lower than that. I feel like the higher time frames really give you the move, the strength to the move, and actually show you, you know, where you're going and what direction is going to be going at. So with that, I do want to see where weekly P is. Weekly P is all the way up here. There is no shot we go back up there. I don't think we have a chance to go back up there. Today is Thursday, so there's one more day into the trading week before the weekly P resets. I don't see that happening. I think we did touch it already this week though. Let's see, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, we did tag it. It became resistance and we dropped back down. So weekly P is a magnet. Just remember that. Let's go ahead and look at S&P real quick. See what this is looking like. An absolute stud, absolute bull. All right, we're getting back into my spot I was looking for. We go to the 2 hour. I like keeping everything, all my analysts on the 2 hour, technical analysis on the 2 hour. Yep. This was kind of the area I was looking for. We got this area down here. Now we're coming up to this area. This kind of got front ran the first time I was speaking about this area, but we did hit this one right on the nail. Came back down there, found some support, came right back up. So if you watched my last video, I actually posted, I moved this because I was looking for it. We were about around this area, and I was looking for us to come down on S&P, and we did. So now, what do we see here? The weekly is probably looking really bad. Seeing the weekly pointing down like this and we're just mooning is insane to see. It's such a great move for S&P. The day still pointing up, it's looking bullish. 12 hours still pointing up, looking bullish. I mean, these higher time frames are really going to help pull the weekly up even more. 8 hours looking great, 6 hours looking great. They're all looking really good. I don't see reason. 4 hours starting to turn over a little bit, but nothing of too concern. 2 hours starting to pull over, but nothing of too concern. I'm still leaning bullish on S&P, still looking really good. Weekly P sitting right here. These candles want to hide it, huh? Weekly P sitting right here, and it's at about 55,055, and we hit that. We haven't hit it this week. I don't think we will either. Yeah, there's no way we're gonna hit that. We have one more day tomorrow, unless we drop, you know, what, 200 points. I don't see that happening. So I'm pretty bullish on S&P. I really don't see much movement for us in the traditional market tomorrow. Speaking of which, do we have any reports for tomorrow? Let me pull that up real quick. Let me close these out. Let's see. Tomorrow's the 20th. We do not have any reports. We have this guy speak. He's not going to do anything. Yeah, I mean, yeah, nothing in regards to that. So that's good. I think it's gonna be very choppy tomorrow. I don't think we'll have too much out of that. Let's check out Bitcoin now, our bread and butter. So I was looking for this move last time in my video. We were sitting around this area. I think we were a bit low. I think we're around here. We kind of swung fail this area, came down, and we swung fail the bottom low here, and then pulled back up and came up. So it was a much deeper retracement than I thought it would be, but end goal and results right up here back at the top. And we did hit the weekly P, right? Is this the weekly P? We're on the 2 hours. So no, this is a different. Oh, this is just one of my lines. Whoops. Yeah, again, rusty. Very rusty right now. We'll get back to it. Practice makes perfect, right? Let's see. I'm trying to find the weekly P. They're hiding it from me. The weekly P is hiding. Let's change the focus to 15. We blew right past it. So it's going to be down here somewhere. Yep. Let's see. 58. So we tested it. Opened on Sunday. Came down and tested it. Became support. Look at that. Came support and then we just took off. Wonderful. That's beautiful. Beautiful to see that. When you see it bouncing like that off weekly P, that's a very bullish move. It's always great to see that. Same concept for a pivot, you know, weekly P at the top here. We reject and then we move down. It's a bearish move. Weekly's starting to look really healthy, man. I'm really itching to get this trade up here. I'm licking my chops for it. It'd be so nice to have this. Let's go ahead and move this over. You guys already know I've been talking about this area for a long time. And let's see. I don't know if it's going to let me move it all over, but let's put it like, I mean, maybe in December. I don't know. I'm not a fortune teller. I just trade what I see on the charts on the time. But would be kind of nice to see that, right? Right around that time. Would be great to see that. So let's see. Weekly starting to turn around pretty darn well, and we're almost getting overextended on weekly. We're coming up where we were last time. About to have a swing fail on juxtapose. That'd be a really strong move. Let's see if we had any recent swing fail. No, we've never had a swing fail on juxtapose. I mean, technically this could be, but the candle bars back isn't great enough to take that in consideration. But that is valid. That is a valid swing fail of this area right here. So kind of great to see that. So if we could swing fail this, get over down here, get us in this nice little buy zone area. Oh, that'd be beautiful on the weekly. Let's check out the daily. Daily's looking beautiful. Yeah, it's looking really good. 12 hours looking really good. Oh man, I can't say anything bad. 8 hours looking beautiful too. I mean, everything is just pointing up. So 6 hour does have a little bearish signal on the S&P move, but outside of that, it's looking really good. We do have 4 hour bearish divergence. It's not confirmed yet, so maybe a minor pullback while that plays out. And then 2 hour is looking a little bit of a bearish posture. So lower time frames are a little bearish, but I don't really see any reason for them to pull back too much. Maybe back down here to 61, 62 area. Oh. I don't see a deep retracement like that would be kind of crazy. But you know what we'll do is we're in a bullish posture right now. I'm feeling bullish still on it, but let's go ahead and check out XO. Let's see what XO looks like here. I'm going to refresh it real quick, pull up high block while we're waiting for that. Bro, I think this thing is broken. Nobody's shorting. You're telling me nobody's shorting this right now? What? I've never seen this before. This is crazy. So everybody just nobody shorts. Like the red button's not there anymore. Nobody's shorting. I'm not shorting. I guess nobody's shorting, huh? That's a fair point. Fair point. So we don't really have any short liquidation to go higher. So we might chop around and then make a move back to not the low lows, but possibly this zone right here that we spoke about, the 62,000 zone area before we make another move to the high. I would feel like that's kind of the area I would look for, possibly a long with the lower time frames pulling down a little bit. But outside of that, I don't really see any deeper retrace than that is an automatic buy. I mean, these higher time frames are still looking really beautiful. I don't see reason to get out of a long or anything to really short, to be honest with you, or at least a swing short. There's no swing short to be had. So that's looking pretty healthy. I'm kind of surprised that there is no short liquidations to be found. It makes me kind of concerned if like high block is broken or something. But, we'll carry on, right? We'll carry on. In this instance, we don't really need high block because we know the direction is up, just because the higher time frames do look beautiful. So it's not something where like, oh, well, the charts don't really give me direction, so let me look at high block. Well, in this case, the charts are giving you direction, so you don't really need high block. It's always great to add it for confluence of like an area. In this case, we were looking for an area for it to possibly drop to find support. And then, the little cluster of long liquidations, about 62,000, kind of confirms the area that I was looking for us to kind of have a pullback on those lower 2 hour, 4 hour time frames to help us before we made another move higher. So Always food for thought on that. I don't really see, this is looking pretty darn healthy, to be honest with you. We're slowly trending up. You know, we're just, price is rising and open interest is trending up as well, chopping around here. It just looks really healthy, very healthy, which makes me feel so great. Like it's great that it's doing good, and it's great that it's moving back up to the highs again. I love that. I would love to short this again. Obviously, you know, I have an ulterior motive, and that is to short the highs again. But if we do breakout, that's always great too. It'd be good to see. It'd be good for Bitcoin, but within due time, we'll find out. But this looks really healthy. I mean, I'm bullish on Bitcoin. I can't really say anything bad about it. There's nothing to say bad about it. So there is that. 30-minute does have a top out signal, but this just printed. We still have 30 minutes for that to actually, a little less than 30 minutes for that to actually print and confirm. So possibility probably won't be. So Tesla. I've been looking at this. It's been moving pretty darn good lately. Yeah, that's looking really nice. So we did get a pullback on this. I haven't been keeping up with it in my videos as much as I do other, you know, other items, but there was a bearish divergence right here on Juxtapost, and then we just plummeted. So that's a great signal right there. There's another one right here, and we plummeted. Another great signal. Bullish divergence right here on the weekly. Had somewhat of a move up, nothing crazy, low volume on that one. But overall, you know, Juxtapost is king. These indicators are in our group, marketexpertstrading.com. You can find them all there. Daily's looking really beautiful. I would really like to see us come up back up into this area right here. Let's go ahead and create something maybe like right here. Well, let's make it a little smaller so we can say we're a bit more accurate on it, right? So I'm thinking somewhere's around there, right? We can get something like that going for a possible move back to the lows. But overall, Tesla's looking really great. Man, I wish I bought some more back in the day, that's for sure. But yeah, that's looking really nice. Looking there, good. Looking good there. Yeah, this is looking great. Man, it's good to be back. I hope everybody's enjoyed this video. I hope the content's good and you learned a lot from it. I do want to look at Givo. I posted about Givo a few weeks ago when it was about 40 cents or 45 or so. What was it? It was like literally this bottom, almost this bottom right here. I'd have to go back in my videos, but you can go through my videos and find it. It was literally in this bottom or down here in this bottom. I thought it went to 40. I mean, it went to 47. So maybe it was like 50, 48, 50. I mean, almost the exact bottom, and we called it, and it took off. It's doing wonderful. I would really like to see I would like to see 15 again, like in the olden days, which seems so far away, man. Like this chart is just beat up. But man, it's this little teeny pop has been, you know, it's been nice. I've been holding this. I like it. I mean, I like what it has to offer, and I'm invested in it for the long term. This isn't like one of those get quick rich ones, but yeah, you know, it's got a long way to go, but there's potential for growth, and that's the type of stocks that I like. So anyways, with that, I think I will leave y'all. I've also pumped up, before I do leave, I've also pumped up my social media accounts and such, so please do follow them, give some support, some love, and then until next time, guys, I'll see you. Peace.
Got enough of every melody, they all sound the same. Yeah. For my broken heart, no remedy, but maybe if you stay.